So, good morning, welcome everybody. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Enrique, Mr. Javier, and Ariane. Mr. Enrique, long time no see you. Okay, the idea was started with the conversation, but we need to wait for Angeli. I hope Angeli join. Okay, Angeli join, actually. So let's give some second. I'm going to move Angeli. In that way, we can start with the conversation between Angeli and Ariane. Anyway, I give you time to prepare this kind of activities, okay, Mr. Enrique? Angeli, good
Okay.
morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine.
It's nice to see you again. We were waiting for you, Angeli. Are you ready for a start with the conversation?
Yes.
Okay, ladies, go ahead.
Hey, hi, Angeline. How are you?
Fine. Fine, Ariana. And you?
Okay. I'm very good. So I remember you once said uh, you love going to
Power on. Choose connected.
Sorry, I didn't
concerts.
hear you.
Wait,
I didn't hear you.
Remember, no worries. It's just a practice. Take it easy. I know I'm evaluating you. If I have to, I can give you feedback, but take it easy. Relax.
I was saying that I remember you once said that you loved going to the concerts, right?
Yes.
So I I will to ask you uh, what a a kind of music uh, do you usually uh, uh, listen
Um, yes. I usually listen to pop and rock music. And you, what kind of music do you usually
uh,
listen?
I I listen uh, I listen to uh, different genres depending on my if I'm depending on my what the word
Mood.
my mood. Yes, sorry.
No worries.
But I think I like like indie gender. Yes, there are.
And
What I
do
like.
you have a favorite artist or band?
Yes, yes, I do. I really like Taylor Swift and 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 sometimes I listen to the Weekend. Yeah, there's two.
And have you ever been to a concert of Taylor Swift?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
No. She's not going to be here. But I actually I I actually went to one concert that was Danny Ocean. So I uh, uh,
Okay, Danny
had
Ocean. Okay.
uh,
But
I
Danny Ocean is reggaeton or
mm,
pop.
I think something like the two of that is in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, uh, how was the experience in the concert
At the
of
concert,
Danny Ocean?
it was a, amazing.
Wow,
Actually,
fantastic.
I had
Where was it?
so much
In
fun.
Salinas?
No,
No,
it, it was here in
in Guayaquil.
Guayaquil. Yes. Uh,
Good.
I even uh, lost my
Did you
voice
go alone or with friends?
uh with my sister, actually.
Ah, good.
Yes. And yeah,
I went
and I
to a
feel,
concert of Chayanne with my sister too.
yeah.
Yes, the entire the entire were a gift for my
Mm,
nephew. Um, my my sister was really happy.
and this concert, do you enjoy it?
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
I felt happy for my concert ticket also, for my sister.
Yeah, I think that I never heard about a Chayanne's song. I think I never heard it, but I hope that it
It's
is good
another era.
afterwards.
Era. Yes.
Yeah.
You can say time.
I don't I am not a fan of Chayanne, but
Mm,
I
oh,
enjoyed the concert.
mm, that's good. Uh, do your things, I mean, do your kids like um, m- m- music uh,
Uh,
too?
um, I love pop and rock music. I went to a concert in Quito. My husband my husband bought concert tickets for Aerosmith.
Mhm.
Yes, and this concert was amazing.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah.
Eh, 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 so, it
Do
has
you have plans for para ver, for
for
do you have plans for
the weekend.
para ver to see Taylor Swift?
No, because she's not in like uh, she at the time she's not going to have a, a,
What is the next
concert.
tour of Taylor Swift? What is the next tour?
She don't have it yet.
But have you seen the tour, the Eras tour
Eras
for in line?
Yes, that is a, a movie.
Yes, the movie.
Mhm.
Did you go to cinema? To
Yes,
cinema? Yeah.
yes.
Good.
It was a a beautiful experience. Eh, I like it so much.
I hope someday you can go to concert
I
of
hope
Taylor
to.
Swift. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Good job. You did it pretty good. Okay, I love your choosing topics. Last time you chose food, right? And restaurant. Okay, that was great. Now you're talking about music and your experiences. That's great. Good job. Thank you. I have some feedback. You want going, you said, Ariana. So you need to be careful because remember, you is not a third person, singular third person. So you can add s. You want, and you say you wants with s at the end, right? You said Angeli, and you. That's okay, of course, you can say and you, but it sounds better if you say what about you or how about you, because now you're B2, right? Okay, and entrance, you say something like that, Angeli. I'm not sure about the word, but you can say concert tickets when you're talking about the tickets to go to the concert, right? Did you enjoy this concert? I don't remember exactly how Ariana asked, but you need to be careful because you asked with do, but it was a past event that finished, right? Had finished already. So you have to say, did you enjoy this concert? It's like a spontaneous mistake. No worries about that. Here I have some expression because Angeli said I'm not a fan of Chayanne. That's okay, it's completely correct. But I remember me some expression because now we need to try to start using expressions, right? And phrasal verbs and these kind of things. It is not my cup of tea. It's mean you don't like something or someone, right? It's not my cup of tea. Or I'm not a big fan of someone or something, right? I don't like it something. I know a big cup. It is not my cup of tea, or I'm not a big fan. And finally, to avoid repetition, because you all the time say Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift, and remember we need to try to avoid repetition. You can say, "What's her next tour?" What her next tour? And that's her refers to Taylor Swift, and we don't need to mention it again, Taylor Swift, right? That's all. You did it pretty good. I really appreciated you take the time to prepare this kind of activity because it's not easy. Anyway, don't get nervous. It's a practice. We're trying to improve our skills, right? This is the best way to improve oral skill, speaking, right? And listening. So, as a suggestion, you're doing pretty good, as you mentioned before. You choose specific topics, food, music, and that's great. But as a suggestion, remember you can play with the roles. For example, imagine one of your is a journalist and the other one is a president or a king or a actor or a singer, something like that, right? You can play with that. Or imagine you two are president, both are president, and you're talking about external situations, right? Or your neighbors, and you're talking about some issues in your neighborhood. So you can play with the roles. Anyway, it's up to you. You're doing pretty good. So I would like that for Thursday, Mr. Javier and Mr. Enrique prepare a short conversation. It can be 5 minutes. It don't need to be long. Okay? 5 minutes conversation. As I mentioned before, you can choose the topic, whatever you want. Just prepare, check the pronunciation, check the words you consider you need to use, right? Be careful with that. I suggest you to try to take some notes. I consider it's not good to memorize information. It's better is you read and you put in your own words. That's easier to do when you need to speak. But anyway, as well, or however, it is good to have some notes, some lines to keep the order of the conversation because sometimes we forget about it and that's okay, that's normal. But if we have some tools to support us, it's easy to come back to the conversation, okay? Because we get nervous, we start forgetting some things, we get blank. But if you have some notes, but notes, not a complete text written in your notebook, no. Just some words or the topics to follow the conversation, okay? If you feel too nervous, you can support it with that, okay? So, once again, thank you so much. You did a pretty good. Congratulations. This is a short feedback. Notice you speak like more than 10 minutes, and that's great, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so now let's start working on the book. So I'm going to share my screen, and now we're going to start it in unit number 2. So leisure and pleasure. Leisure, what is the meaning of leisure? Do you know?
No, mister.
Ocio, like activities of ocio, actividades como de ocio, right? Okay, so it says, work in pairs. Which of the activities in the photo have you done? So let's start it with this. Notice this is a speaking practice. So we have soccer, playing video games, riding a bike, going shopping, parapenting, and doing exercise, right? You have these activities. So, Miss Enrique, what about you? Which of these activities have you done?
Play football.
Okay, yes, but try to give me a complete answer. Notice is asking with have. It means present perfect. So,
Okay.
I have played football, right? Or from
Okay.
these activities, I have played something like that. Try to give me a complete answer. So,
Okay.
let's try it again.
The activity in the photo, I have to do soccer.
No, you can say have to do because have to do is something different. I have played,
I have played
and
football.
from the activities in the photos, I have played football, right? I'm going to type
Okay, okay.
from the activities in the photos, right? Because it's in plural. I have played football or soccer. Okay, thank you, Miss Enrique. Just football, right?
Okay, football.
Okay, what happened? I'm trying to go down. Okay, Miss Enrique, sorry, Mr. Javier, what about you? Which of these activities in the photo have you done? Hey,
Well, in my case, I often play video games with my son. I prefer spend this time because available me to share time and experience or conversation with my sons.
Okay, thank you. Good answer as always, Mr. Javier. But remember, we don't use share with people. Share time? No, spend time, right?
Spain.
Okay, thank you. It's a common mistake. When I was studying at the university, I said the same thing. Spend. Sure, no worries. Okay, say them. Ariana, which do you think is the most enjoyable? Sorry, it's just I can't move these images.
For me,
Yes.
I think that playing games and go to shopping and
Go shopping, right? Okay.
yeah, go shopping and that's all.
Okay, thank you.
There's two things.
Okay, for me, what I consider, okay, the most enjoyable are in plural because there's two. Okay, thank you. Here I typed some expressions in my point of view. For me, it's okay, of course. In my point of view, I consider, I think, right? Both are all of these are possible, and you're right. For me, it's okay as well. Okay, Angeli, which do you think is the cheapest?
I think the cheapest, maybe I consider the football.
I agree with you. I think it's football. Okay, thank you, Angeli. Mr. Enrique, which do you think is the healthiest? The healthiest. Do you know the meaning of healthiest? Mr. Enrique.
Yes, salud.
Saludable, más saludable.
I think the exercise is the health for me.
The healthiest. Okay, you're right. Doing exercise is the healthiest for you. Okay, thank you. Mr. Hayet, which do you think is the most relaxing?
Okay. In some case, play a video game, but in some case, it's a very stress. But do exercise is the best way to more relaxing activity.
Okay, you're right. Thank you. Well done, Mr. Javier. Okay. Ariana, which do you think is the least active? Least, el menos.
And the motorcycles.
Dude, okay. The least active.
The least.
El menos activo. La actividad como menos.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The least active. Playing video games.
Okay, thank you. It's okay because anyway, it's your point of view, your opinion. Okay, so, Mr. Javier, which do you think is the best one to do with friends?
Okay. Play football, play video games, riding motorcycles, suppose.
Okay. Thank you. You're right. Riding motorcycle. That's interesting. Okay, Angeli, which do you consider is the most popular among young people?
I consider PlayStation.
Okay,
the
playing
most
video games.
popular.
I
Yes.
agree. And football could be right, both of
Yes,
them.
video games.
Okay,
Video
thank you,
games.
Angeli. You're right. Okay, okay. Before to continue, I would like to highlight this question word, which it's mean cuál, right? But remember that what also mean cuál, que o cuál, right? So, do you remember the difference between which and what? Ambos pueden significar cuál, que o cuál y cuál. But what is the difference? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. So, with which we have options.
Choose.
Options. We can choose. You're right. So notice here we have some options, some activities, right? It is
What is
different.
for information?
Tell me, Angeli.
What is for information?
What is for when we don't know or we don't have option, or we don't know the possible answer? Because, for example, here it says, what do you think is the most enjoyable about this one, right? We have these possibilities. But as I said, what do you think is the most enjoyable activity? But I don't show you any picture or give you any option. You have to use, that's why you have to use what. But if you can choose, you need to use which. ¿Sí? En which tenemos opciones para elegir. En what no tenemos opciones para elegir. ¿Sí? Es más abierto. So be careful with that. Which or what. Okay, good job. So far, so good. So let's continue. Let me see something. This is your images. So now it says, listening part 2, working groups. You are going to hear a game developer talking about his life and work. So this is a listening exercise. Before you listen, complete the advantages and disadvantages of video or computer games, but reading a word from the box in the gaps. So let's try to complete this, and then we're going to listen to the audio, okay? So the first one, Ariana, advantages, people to be more creative.
They make the people to be more creative.
Let's try. They make people to be more creative. Let's try. Mr. Javier, number 2.
Okay, they can you from your problem. They can encourage you from your problems.
I love encourage. Thank you. Mr. Enrique, people learn to uncomplicated tasks.
Concentrate.
Concentrate, I agree, could be. Concentrate. Okay, concentrate. Number 5, Angeli. Number 4, sorry, number 4.
They develop,
You're right.
many skills.
This is extremely useful for surgery.
Coordination.
Okay, thank you. Number 5, Mr. Enrique. They teach people how to problems.
To solve.
Solve. Okay, solve. Okay, here we're using, okay, they make people to be more creative. Okay, could be contribute people to be more. Okay, let's try. Disadvantages. So, Mr. Javier, number 6.
People develop lead imagination to play them.
Disadvantage. This is a disadvantage. Lead imagination to play them.
Develop.
Let me see something. There's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we need to use different words because it's 9 and 9. We use make, encourage, concentrated, develop, and solve.
Okay.
Let me see.
Contribute.
Contribute. Let's try. Contribute. Okay, before to continue, I would like to try with something. So we say develop, encourage, right? Make, solve, and we just say contribute. Okay, notice most of these are adjectives or verbs. So, but some of them has a positive meaning or sense, and others have a negative sense. So, for example, encourage is positive, concentrated could be positive, contributed positive, develop positive, distract negative, waste negative, require could be both, make could be both, and we can say solve positive. So it is an advantage is because it is positive. and it is a disadvantage is because it is negative, right? Okay. Ariana, number 7.
Okay. They so we can change that or
Yes,
they
they
make
make
people
people.
less social.
I don't think so, but anyway. Okay. So, Mr. Enrique, number 8. They to violence in society.
Waste.
No, waste is malgastar.
Oh, okay. So they
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 to violence in society. I hating this article.
mm.
Okay, it's because
Eh,
we need to move one of these words. We need to move it. What do you think?
they solve.
They
No.
contribute to violence in society. Ellos contribuyen a la violencia en la sociedad. But I don't
Oh,
think so.
okay.
I don't agree with this statement. They contribute to violence in society. Okay. Then, Mr. Javier, it says people
People waste time doing something which
waste
is not
time.
very
Okay.
useful.
I hate this article actually. Okay, you're right. People waste time doing something which is not very useful. My gosh, who write this? Okay, let me see something before to continue. Sorry. Bye bye. Take care, Angeli. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Okay, Ariana is missing 2 blanks. They, what do you think?
They require people to be more
What is missing?
aggressive.
Require
Require
and distract, right?
maybe a number one. Maybe they require people to be more creative.
I agree with you. Required. Okay, Mr. Javier, finally, what do you think? Disadvantages. People little imagination to play. We can have, I think we have a mistake because it's missing
I
distract.
believe develop because ellos desarrollan esa imaginación cuando juegan.
But
So,
this is a disadvantage. It's supposed to be something negative.
negative. Eh, distract, no, don't applicate.
That word. Distract. It's missing distract. How to,
distract. People distract it when they want to play them.
I don't think so. That's
Maybe.
not weird. They require people to be more creative. They encourage you from they can encourage you from your problems. Okay, I think it's like this. People require little imagination to play them. They encourage people to be more creative. And they can distract you from your problems. It's like this one. Distract you from your problems. Okay?
I agree.
Okay, thank you. It wasn't easy. It was kind of difficult. I don't enjoy these kind of activities, completing blank space. Okay, then it says, which sentences do you agree and why? But let me see something. Okay, we have time enough yet because I would like to do the listening part. Okay, Mr. Javier, you as a player, which sentences do you agree and why?
Okay. First, they encourage people to be more creative because when I play it, any games, for example, the adventure games, I think the very strategy to apply in this specific moment. But the result is I develop more creative decisions. In another hand, they can distract for your problem because when I went to my house of the office, I need to distract my mind. The best way to distract my mind, or one of them, is play a video games or spend time with my family. Disadvantage. I believe in number 9, people wasting time doing something which is not very useful, because in some case we are spent much or a long time playing video games to explain video games when we are doing another thing.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Herr. That's a complete answer. I have a short feedback. I love when you use this kind of expression like on the one hand, on the other hand, but we need to be careful because when you use this expression, you're showing contrast. So you started talking about of two advantages. So in this case, you can use this expression. You can say, first, I consider that people learn to concentrate, blah, blah, blah. In addition, or even more, or secondly, something like that, they develop many skills to blah, blah, blah. Then you're going to talk about something negative. Now you can say, on the other hand, because it's a contrast, you start with something positive, and then you're going to show us something negative, contrast, right? In the other hand, negative, wasting time, blah, 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 right? We need to be careful with the
Yes, sir.
business. Okay, I really appreciate it. You do it. Thank you. Okay, let's continue because I would like to work on the listening part. Okay, in the listening part, you're here a talk or lecture by one speaker. You listen and complete 10 sentences in between one of 3 words. Write words you actually hear and try to spell them correctly. Hear the record twice. The part tests your ability to pick out and write down details, specific information, and opinion. So the idea is while you are listening, you take some notes. Sorry, I hate this PDF. I think it's this one. Sorry, give me a moment. Let me see something. Why I can move. Believe me, this is not. Okay, so we're going to listen. And it says, working part, read the test. What type of information do you need to complete the sentence? Okay, we're going to listen. It's track number 5.
Unit 2, Listening Part 2,
Mm.
Exercise 4.
Good morning. It's great to be visiting this school and talking to you. As you know, my name's Mike Selby and I'm a games developer. I thought I'd tell you a bit about my background and my job because for many young people, it's the sort of job they dream of doing. You know, turning your hobby into a career, so to speak. Well, it'll be no surprise to you that when I was a kid, I used to play video games and things like that. I was also a huge fan of science fiction, and I used to read whatever I could get my hands on. I spent hours doing that, even when my mum and dad thought I was up in my room doing my homework. Anyway, I never really expected to become a games developer. My aims when I was at school were a bit more realistic, I think, and my dream, actually, was to become a computer programmer. I mean, I was good at developing software, and I thought that'd be a much safer career, where I'd make far more money than developing games. But, you know, games were a bit of a passion of mine. And while I was at school, I got together with a few of my friends, and we set up something we called the Games Creation Club. You know, we'd go through the process of having an idea, planning, sitting down and developing software and so on. At the time, it was just about the most exciting thing in my life, and I spent all my free time doing it. And then I was given this opportunity, which was even better. Word got around that I was good at writing software, and a local company belonging to someone's dad offered me a summer job. Of course, I had planned to go traveling with friends, but the chance to gain experience doing what I enjoyed was just too good to miss. In the end, I worked for the same people for 2 summers. I worked much harder than I ever worked at school, and I loved every minute of it. Games development is the most creative thing you can imagine, and you...
Okay, that's all. That's how that's audio finish. Okay, I would like to try something. Give me a moment. How was it? What about the volume? Could you listen clear? Okay, anyway, in the chat, I send you the audio because I think it's easier if you listen in your computer. It can sound louder. Sí, yo creo que puede sonar más duro si lo escuchan desde el computador. So, from your computer, I just send you the audio. You can download it and listen again, okay? And then we can try to complete this test. So please download it, listen, and then let me know, okay? And by the way, I send you, okay, there's a file, it says B2 audios, that's the complete audios, the audio audios for this level. You can download it. And then it says Camfire 2ECD105, that's this audio. This audio is this one. And the one it says B2 audios is all the audios we're going to work on, okay? So I think it's a good idea you have this. Let me check something. Maybe it was missing a half of the listening. So please listen to this audio and then you can let me know to continue.
Unit 2. Grammar. Adjectives with ed and in.
No, that's all. That's the complete audio. So please listen, and when you're ready, let me know. And we can complete this chart, this text, okay? Miss Enrique, it is okay. It is clear.
Yes, I listen and complete
The test.
the test.
Okay, and then we can socialize, okay? We can do it as a group, as you prefer. So go ahead. Okay, Mr. Javier, it's okay. Thank you for letting me know. Have a nice day. Take care.
Give me a second.
Mr. Santiago,
Sí.
I write in the chat the answer.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Ariana, did you finish? Let's give a moment to Ariana and then we can socialize as a group, okay? We're going to check it as a group, Mr. Enrique. Give 1 minute more for Ariana, okay, Ariana? To check it. Thank you, Miss Enrique. Well done.
Mister, I write in the chat the answer of the sentence.
Yes, Mr. Enrique. Thank you.
Oh,
We're going to wait
okay.
for Ariana, okay? 1 minute
Yeah.
more. But I can see it, Mr. Enrique. No veo las respuestas.
Mr. I think.
Okay, let's try it. Let's check it. So, the first one said, sorry, make a mistake here. As a child, Mike's main interests were playing video games and reading what? Mr. Enrique.
Comics. Comics.
Science
Science
fiction.
fiction. Fiction. Actually, science fictions. Okay, thank you. Number 2, his original ambition was to become a
Computer program.
Okay. Next one, please. It's computer programmer. Sorry, make here a mistake. He was checking the work to make sure program like this program. Okay. Next one. When he was at school, he for a game. What?
Club.
Club. You're right, Mr. Club.
Creation.
Creation Club.
Club.
Okay. You're right. Creation Club. Okay, thank you. Okay, he worked in his summer holidays in order to get
Experience.
what do you think? Experience. Okay, you're doing pretty good. Congratulations. Okay, it says, one this thing he's joined doing to find solution for games.
Experiments.
Experiments. Okay. Miss Enrique, the next one. It says, he likes working with people who have both that are unlike his.
Technical skill.
Technical. It is skills. Okay, number 7, Ariana.
He thinks games
Technical.
developing is a social activity.
Social activity. Awesome. Okay, next one, Mr. Enrique. He has worked on many successful games, and one is now a
I put the bestseller.
Ariana, what about you?
Now it's now a film.
A film. We're going to check it. Let's say bestseller and film. Honestly, I don't remember. Okay, number 9. Large game needs to develop, so he prefer working on a smaller one. Needs one. What?
A lot of money and time.
Ariana, what about you?
Several years.
Several?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen the last part of the audio. Give me a moment. I'm going to play it again.
Unit 2. Listening part.
Go wherever your imagination takes you. I love it. I love working on the problems, and I love carrying out experiments to work out how to deal with those problems. Also, it's a very rich environment. And one thing which makes it so good is that I find myself working with colleagues whose skills and interests are completely different from mine. I think that it actually helps to have a good, diverse range of people in the team, and we all learn from each other. In fact, you probably have an image in your minds of a games developer sitting alone in front of a screen all day. In fact, it's an extremely social activity. We're always swapping ideas, playing games together, even going out to the cinema as a group and picking up ideas there. While I'm on the subject, cinema is another of my passions. And one of the biggest thrills for me was when one of my games, The Snake Quest, was made into a film. Have any of you seen it? You have? Great. I hope you liked it. Nowadays, I prefer to work on smaller games than that one. The reason being that those huge complex games take several years to make, and I don't like to spend so much time on things. I prefer a bit more variety. Well, I hope I've managed to inspire a few of you here. Just to let you know that in the next few months, I'm planning to set up my own business developing games, and I'll certainly be looking out for new talent. So if any of you are interested, drop me a line. Here's my email address, and I'd be pleased to hear from you. Thank you.
So, guys, the final one. Which one?
A business.
Business. You're right. Thank you. Business. Okay, good job. So, before leave, I'm going to take a screenshot. Give me a moment. And that's all. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Javier, as you noticed, during these classes, we're practicing a lot of our skills. Most of the time.
Mr. I have a question.
Okay.
I need to do the exercise, the 1, 2, 3 weeks ago.
Yes, please, try to do it. You can take your time. Puede tomarse el tiempo, pero sería muy bueno que lo hiciera. Especialmente creo que fue la primera tarea, I'm not sure, hubo una tarea donde se les dejó Google Forms. Esos Google Forms, de hecho, son el examen final, ¿sí? No se les va a evaluar, solo es para que se vayan acostumbrando a la estructura y cómo va a ser. Entonces lo hacen como manera de repaso, ¿sí? Porque es muy importante que lleguemos al final con todas las habilidades masterizadas, listo, con un buen nivel. Entonces, pero es que todos los días les
Okay.
doy como, les estoy tratando de dar unas actividades extras entre días y para que tengan el tiempo de prepararlas y para que sigamos practicando, practicando, practicando. ¿Listo?
Okay, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Enrique. Ariana, take care. See you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.